Good morning, ninth grade. I am ready to do lesson, 10.9. And then you're going to do quiz today as well. So on today's lesson, you'll just simply do the first problem of every part. Okay, you'll do one problem of every part. Let me just tell you that if you look at your schedule, you'll see that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will always be doing 2 lessons. And when you have 2 lessons, you'll do the first problem of every part. Now you'll have to do all of the new concept. The first part of the lesson that's a new concept. You'll do all of that. I do a couple of them on the board, so that kind of leads you down to maybe 1 or 2 problems. And then the review parts, you'll just do 1 part. Now when it gets to test and to quiz, you have to do all of them. So today's one of those days when you're going to have to do all the quiz and 1 problem of each part of the lesson. And you can do more. I mean, it's right there for you to do if you're looking for something to do and are out of work, or if you don't understand something quite clearly. Let me tell you, just spend a minute or 2 and do it. Extra problem. Do an extra problem. All right, I am ready here. Oh, it looks like my thing needs to be pushed over here. There we go. Okay, number 1 problem. You read your instructions. If you have not read the first page on 499, page 499, don't start. Push pause on the video, go read 499 so you get a comprehension of what we're doing. Now, it says convert these units. Again, I will repeat something that I said the other day. This is what I needed to have whenever you were doing science this last fall. When you started with science, he was talking about how you can use different conversions or you can combine conversions to get an answer. That's exactly what we're doing today. And it's amazing how you can do that. Now, you have to set it up correctly, but you can cancel out your units and multiply straight across and get an answer. So let's go. Number 1, a cheetah chasing an antelope covered 100 yards in 3 seconds. So that's moving on. 100 yards in 3 seconds. How many miles per hour did the cheetah travel? Okay. We want miles per hour, and we're going seconds per yard. So start out. Put the 100 over 3, right to start with. And you have to label these guys, okay? You need to label them. So I put the 100 over 3. 100 yards to 3 seconds. It didn't have to be in this order, but I said the next order, I need to get this answer, this yards to feet. So right here, I canceled out this here, and I canceled out this here. You cancel across the corner, and so I cancel out this unit, and now I have it in feet. But I don't want to know how fast he went per feet per second. I want to know how many miles per second he went. Okay? So now that I have feet, I'll need to cancel this out again. So I'll cancel out the 3 feet, and I'll cancel out this here. Does that make sense? You could have flipped this around, put 5,000 feet up here and 1 mile. No, that's not right. You're not wanting to go that way. So you make it across the corner if you want to know how to set this up. Because you say, this is yards, I need to get this into miles. So the first thing is put yards over feet, and then next is miles. And you say, hey, that's a unit I want right there. Now I have seconds, and I want to get the seconds into hours. Well, that's not real hard. You got to convert it into seconds into minutes, and then minutes into hours. It's not too bad. So here we go. There's 60 seconds in 1 minute, right? So look what I did. I put 60 on top and 1 on bottom. Okay, so now I can cross out the seconds. Can't hardly see that, can you? Let me trade the markers here. Try this. Cross out this second and this second. Okay, and now I have got minutes and I want to get it to hours. So I put 60 minutes in 1 hour. And I'll be honest with you, it was tricky. I was trying to say, do I put the minutes on top or the hours on bottom? No, it's not tricky when you stop and think. See, when I stopped and thought about it, I said I have minutes on the bottom, and I want to cancel out minutes to hours. So that meant I had to go cross corner to get this minute. That makes sense? You work it step by step by step. You ask yourself, what am I trying to do next? And you say, I want to get rid of minutes, or I want to get rid of seconds, I want to get rid of yards, I want to get rid of feet, whatever. Now that you have all the labels canceled out and the problem is set up, now you're ready to start canceling out. You can cancel out your numbers. Okay? It's kind of like a two-step run. First, you want to set the problem up so you can cancel out all your units. So my unit that's left is mile and hour. That's exactly what I want, miles per hour. How you like that? So my answer is here, miles per hour. Okay, so now you can just cancel out the numbers. I just got sidetracked there, I was so excited. Okay, so you can cancel out 3, that's 1, 3 is 1. Okay, let me see here. Here you can cancel out, these are ones. Here's a 5,280. So let me see here. Let's cancel out here. We could go 100 into that, so that'd be 52.8, right? We could go 52.8 because we could take off the zeros, so then we could cross out the 100. That'd make this a 1. This is 52.8. Oh, let me see here. Maybe I shouldn't have went that 52.8. I did not work this problem beforehand, so I'm not exactly sure how to do this. So, let me see here. I'm going to put, maybe I should put just 10. I better not do that. Maybe I better just knock off a 0 here. And let me just let the 0 there, and I'm going to knock the 0 here. Now 6 will probably go into 528. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm actually going to let that 528, and then I'm going to put that down here, 528, and then I've got 6 times 6 would be 360, and this one here, I did not cancel anything out here because I changed my mind. So I got 6 times 60 is 360, times 100 is 360, times 100 is going to be 36,000, and 36,000, and I got 528. So use your calculator. 528 into 36,000. I believe we could have canceled some more out here. I know like 2 would have went in there. But it's not going to matter. We're going to do that. And since I don't have my calculator here, you figure that answer out. I don't know what it comes up to. It should come out to 68.18. I don't know if that's right. 68.18 miles per hour. Miles per hour is the way it should come out. Now that's what my book says. I just looked at the answer. You do that in the calculator and see if it comes that way. Let me see here. Number 2, a gas station near the U.S. and Mexican border sign tells Galen that the distance to Pacura is 154 kilometers. He gets 17 miles a gallon. How about, let's do number 3. I like number 3 better. You do number 2. There we go. I'll let you do 2, and I'll do 3. Or I'll do it with you. In Jesus' parable about the unjust steward in Luke 6:16, he said the debtor owed 100 measures of oil. The unjust steward had him pay half that much, so he could have the favor with the debtor. If a measure of oil is 9.8 gallons and a gallon of oil weighs 7.6 pounds in our measure, how many tons of oil did his Lord lose on the debtor? Okay, so he owed 100, and he said, cut your bill in half. You only have to pay half of that. So how much did he lose? Well, he lost half. So that's 50 measures of oil. Is that right? He lost 50 measures of oil. And if you know that you have 50 measures of oil, let me just erase this here, and we'll start back over here. He has 50 measures of oil. So we really don't have another thing. So I have 50 measures, and I'll just put a 1 there. I've got 50 over 1. Now, I need to convert this from oil to, let's see, maybe I should go from gallons, because it says 1 gallon is, 1 measure of oil is 9.8 gallons. Okay, I've got measure on top, so I'm going to put measure down here on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's spelled right. 1 measure, oh, I don't have place for 1. Okay, I'll put it right there. 1 measure is 9.8 gallons. Okay, now I can cancel out my measures. You see how I did that? Okay. And then he says, if a measure of oil is 9.8, a gallon of oil weighs 7.6 pounds. Okay. Now 1 gallon weighs 7.6. Okay, remember I'm wanting it in tons. So I'm going to go 1 gallon on the bottom so that I can cancel out my gallons. And then it's 7, what was it anymore? 7.6 pounds. 7.6 pounds. Okay? You see how I knew to put the 1 below here to cancel the gallons. Now, see, I've canceled the measures, I've canceled the gallon. Now I've got pounds, and he said he wanted tons. Okay? 1 ton is how many pounds? 2,000. Okay, that's not said in the book, but I know that. Okay, so I got 1 ton. There we go. I got to do this right. Not 1 ton. It's 1 ton. 1 ton, and the bottom is 2,000 pounds. I won't go abbreviate that, LB. Here, I should have done that too here, LB. So, now I can cancel out my pounds, and that will leave me with tons. I'm converting from measures to tons. Do I have everything in our measure? How many tons of oil did his Lord lose on his debtor? Let me check this with the answer key before we do the canceling out here. Okay, I got 50, and I've got 9.8, 7.6, and 1 ton. Yes, we're correct. Woo. Okay, here we go. Measure, measure, gallon, gallon, pound, pound, tons, what we got left. See that? Perfect. Okay, I don't know what that answer is. So let's do some canceling here. 0. Here we got 1, 1, 1, so we're done there. So we can cancel 0 here and a 0 there. Now we could cancel 0 here and move this decimal to 0.76. I don't know if that's going to make it. Then, yeah, here, then we'd have a 5 and a 20. And so this would make this a 4. And this would cancel this down to a 1. That canceling can vary. If you don't want to cancel at all, you can multiply 50 times 9.8 times 7.6 times 1 and put that on top, and then you could go 1 times 1 times 1 times 2,000. Get the same answer. When you get to the end, you just have a bigger division problem. Okay, we start back over. 1 times 9.8 times 0.76 times 1. Boy, we can about do that one in our heads. Let's do 9.8, and I had 0.76. 6 eighths are 48. 6 nines are 54, plus 4 make 58. 7 eighths are 56. 66. 7 nines are 63. Plus 5 is 68. 8, 14. 6, and that is 14, and 7. 1, 2, 3. 7 point. So we got 7.448, and I've got 4 on the bottom. So I will now divide 4 in. Can you see my fingers here? I'm just about standing in. No, let's do it over here. 4 divided into 7.448. I bet this is, does it say anything about rounding how many tons? This is going to be 1. That's 4. 3.3. Bring down 34. And this is going to go 4 will go into 34. 4 nines. 4 eights. 32. 24. 4 sixes. 24. 0. 8. And 4 will go into 8 2 times. So this is how many tons? 1.86. So that would round up to 2 tons. Let me see what they say here in the answer key. Yes, 1.86 tons. They rounded it to 1.86 tons. Does that sound difficult? Right here is the difficult part of setting up your problems and putting the correct ones in there. So the way you get that is simply the easiest way. You have to think. And I don't know how to tell you to think more than to meditate and think hard. I'm going to let you do 2, or am I going to help you with 2? 2 is almost a fun one. A gas station, you changing it. Okay, let me do it this way. If I would help you get started, would that be a benefit? Let's see, here we go. This is a pink one. Kaylin and Patrice, I'm using pink here to help you. You boys don't need to listen to this one. You've got 154 over 1, and this is kilometer, no millers. And the gas station key tells the distance, the 154 meters. Kilometers, sorry. This is km. km. Okay, you put that over 154 kilometers. And I am wanting to go to 17 miles a gallon of gas. How many liters will it take to take his friend to Parzil? Okay, and it says 1 mile equals 164 kilometers, and 1 gallon is 3.8 liters. So I'm going to say 1 mile is, so I'm going to put 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. Okay. Next one, I will need to go, he gets 17 miles to the gallon. So I have got 1 mile, and this is all multiplied. And then I want to cancel out because I want liters. So I'm going to put 17 miles to 1 gallon. 17 miles. You see, I'm doing it this way, 1 over 17, so I can cancel out my meters. Here I cancel out my kilometers, and here I'm going to cancel out my miles. Sorry, I should have put miles. Miles. Okay. And now he says, what else does he say? He says that 1 gallon equals 3.8 liters. Okay, I'm wanting liters. So now I'm put 1 gallon equals 1 gallon equals 3.8 liters. Okay, I can cancel out my gallons. Here I can cancel out my miles. Here I can cancel out my kilometers. And that leaves me with liters. Okay? Now let me see if I did that right. Okay, 154, 1 mile, 0.6, 1 gallon, and 17, and 3.81. Yes, there we go. That is correct. I'll let you go ahead and work it out from there. Cancel out your numbers where you can, multiply it, and you should be set to go. Finish your lesson today, one problem in each part, and do quiz. And then I will come back and see you next week. Have fun.